Let's talk about Instagram updates. There are some new ones and I'm very excited to share in this video. Stay with me. I'm Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I promise practical advice to build your brand. I like to track updates on Instagram closely to bring you up to speed on what is happening on the platform. Haven't done it in a while, but I'm doing it again. If this interests you, consider subscribing to stay up to date. I know exactly where I'm gonna start today, so I'm gonna hop over to my phone and we'll do exactly that. Couldn't find my phone there for a second, but here it is. We've hopped into Instagram and I'm very excited about this new feature. When we click followers, it used to be that if you wanted to get rid of ghost followers, you would have to go through one by one and check the people that are here that are ghosts that you want to get rid of. But guess what? Now, for the majority of you, it might not be all, but it certainly should be. Most of you have this automatic organization under categories at the top called potential spam. But at the time of recording this video, I have potentially 90 ghost or spam followers. So I'll click OK after that warning. The thing that I love the most is, yes, I can single click remove these people, or to keep my life even simpler, I can select this blue remove all link at the top, which I'll do. I'll select this blue remove all link at the top, select remove, and boom, it'll work in the background there and get rid of those for me. Gone are the days where you have to go through your followers manually. Gone are the days where you have to go through your followers manually to find these, or even worse, use one of those sketchy apps to find it. You don't want to give those apps access to your account. That's risky. Popping over and sliding over to create a story, let's swipe up and check out these brand new sticker designs. Whoever did this UI update deserves an award at Instagram. I absolutely love this and how they were able to showcase all the different stickers here. I think before it felt really overwhelming. Now to see them all in one view is really great. In fact, there's probably some in here that you haven't tried, like AI stickers. That's a really fun one. You just write a prompt and it will actually create a visual. The Add Yours template is one you can explore. Questions, backdrop. Anyways, pop over here. Hopefully you will see this updated design. But if you don't know that it's likely coming, it'll be on the way for you. Speaking of new, this is a great blog post to check over on the Instagram blog, all about the new messaging improvements. So now we can actually edit messages that we send in DMs. That is awesome. You can pin chats to the top of your inbox. Let's say they're chats that you have frequently. You might as well leave them up top. This one I love, the ability to toggle read receipts in DMs on or off. I don't know about you, but I love when people don't necessarily know that I've read their message. If it's something that I'm gonna come back, you can easily toggle read receipts off. Let's keep going, saving your favorite stickers, upgrading your replies. There's some really good ones in here that you might want to implement. More themes for your chats. That's not a feature I use a ton of, but anyways, wanted to mention it and I'll link to this in the description below. Let's keep going. Now, I try not to talk too much about features that are not officially released. Occasionally I break that rule, and this is one of those instances. It's too good not to share, and even though we haven't seen it widespread yet, I think this is something that we could definitely expect to see this year, maybe even sooner in the coming months. As reported by Alessandro Paluzzi on X, allegedly Instagram is working on public collections. Keep in mind they just got rid of guides, which didn't take off as well as I thought it would, but maybe this idea of showing or sharing collections in a public way will take off. Think for a second about the things that you save on Instagram. Do you save them into one general folder, just in case you need to reference it later? Or are you even more organized? Thinking about organizing those into folders, would you want to share those folders? It's something to think about now if they roll this out. If you're wanting to stay on top of trends on Instagram, this might make sense to be one that you jump on. Public collections. I don't immediately have a use for this, but I'm thinking maybe if I want to curate information on the types of things I talk about in my content, that could be a good way to do it. Not just my own content, but other people's as well, similar to what you might do on Pinterest. The next update is still a test, but it is not alleged like the last one. This one comes directly from Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram. This is something he says they are testing, which is the idea of looping videos intended to be short selfie videos in notes. You can see it here. Instead of having a static photo, which might be your profile photo, you can have a looped video. I think it's around 7 seconds, almost like Vine. Remember those days? As this person says down here, it's kind of like a mini Vine. This user on Threads says, well, that really just dilutes things. Notes, stories, broadcast channel, all the same thing, really. I tend to agree with him. I don't think that this is revolutionary. It would be nice if they would focus on updates that actually were more meaningful, but that's just my opinion. I'd love to know what you think. Is this something you would use more than once on Instagram or Threads? That one time you actually just try it out and then forget to do it in the future. Let me know in the comments below. At the top of this video, I showed you the way that you can remove automatically spam accounts or ghost followers. This was among the features announced at the end of last year that Instagram is trying to implement to protect creators from unwanted interactions with new safety tools. It's likely that you're going to continue seeing these pop up throughout the app, whether it be tags, the ability to tag potential spam, or how about when you are tagged on Instagram and it's spam? Instagram says here, remember that you will not be tagged in those posts unless you approve them. You'll be able to review those. You can delete all requests. I've noticed that in my Instagram direct messages. Finally, they say here that they're experimenting with hiding views on your stories that they think are spam. So what is that going to do? It's going to reduce unwanted users' ability to directly interact with you via story engagement. I'm actually a fan of that because that definitely irritates me. Again, you can click over to see this. I'll put this link in the description below if you're wanting to know what Instagram is doing overall for safety measures. This is a huge priority for them, so expect to see these changes come soon if they haven't already. There you go. If you ever wanted to go live on Instagram with a bit more jazz and technical support, you absolutely can now. Everyone can. Finally, note that if I have mentioned a feature that you don't see yet on your account, remember that Instagram is famous for releasing its features to different people at different times, largely dependent on where you are in the world. So if you don't see it yet, sit tight. That update is likely on its way to you soon. Let me know what you think about these updates by commenting below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. Respond to those personally. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few videos I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thank you for watching. Those coming up next.